watching. Okay, hello, my name is Mr. Lethan. I am the agriculture teacher here at Ellsworth. I'm also the FFA advisor, and I see a couple of members here, people I've seen in class before, so hi. Like I said, I'm the agriculture teacher. My room is located down the hall, down by the new gym. You go left to the new gym, you go right into my classroom. Room 90. It's a pretty cool place. Lots of cool stuff going on down there. There's always something interesting laying around that you can come down and check out. You got Pepe. He hangs out there. Kind of like a Where's Waldo. He kind of hangs out and you kind of figure out where he is for the day. So, kind of cool thing. We'll get back to Pepe later. Agriculture. How many of you guys live on a farm? Okay. Now here's the thing. You don't have to live on a farm to take ag courses. Alright? That's the biggest misconception and one of those stereotypes that I've been fighting for a long time, is to say, hey, you don't have to be on a farm to take ag courses. Agriculture is so much more than just cows, sows, and plows. All kinds of things out there. We're actually the nation's #1 employer with over 53 million jobs associated in agriculture. Now, we're not one big factory, and we're not one big farm. We're a lot of little things, a lot of this, and we're little of this over here. So it's not one big thing, but we are the #1 employer. So many people are involved in it. In Wisconsin, 1 in 5 people are somehow connected to agriculture in their career. 1 in 5. And again, it's not just the farmers, it's all kinds of other things. How many people here like to golf? A couple people like to golf. Alright, think about this. The grass on the golf course. Turf grass. Somebody has to grow the grass, and then you get the seed from it, so that's the production side of it. But you want to manage that grass on the golf course. You go through, you look at it, look for diseases, how to grow it properly, maybe different types and styles. Being a turf grass manager, it's a pretty sweet job. Think about this, if you like golfing, you go out, you get to be out in the sun, you get to be outdoors, doing what you like, maybe hitting a few golf balls around, making sure that the grass is good. You get to drive around the golf cart, having some fun. It's pretty cool. You come here, you take our plant science class, you move on to somewhere like Stout that has golf course management, and you can go on to being a turf grass manager at a golf course. Pretty sweet, huh? Alright, other classes or other things out there that we have in agriculture. Alright, we have wildlife biologists. Maybe you like wild animals. You can go out and you can do studies on animals, making sure that they are taken care of, the population is stable. So all kinds of other jobs like that. Veterinarians, mechanics. You could be working on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange selling futures in soybeans or something. And you don't even see the soybeans. You never even go to the field to see the soybeans. But you're selling things to other people. Kind of cool stuff like that if you're into those things. So, some of the classes that I want to talk about in agriculture classroom that we have down there. First and foremost, we have Intro to Ag. Intro to Ag is the class where you learn a little bit about a lot of stuff. We talk about plants, then we talk about animals, we talk about natural resources, we look at food science. It's kind of one of those cool classes, you do some hands-on stuff, we make ice cream, we do cheese tasting, you get to plant the plant, we go out and sometimes we learn about tools, all kinds of cool stuff, all kinds of things that maybe you never really thought about. Again, it's one of the classes you want to keep an open mind about, and you can learn a little bit about a lot of stuff. And then all those things that we learn in that class, we have other classes for those. Maybe you're on the mechanics side of class, maybe you're a little more mechanically inclined. We have Intro to Ag Shop, where you go and you learn about shop safety. You learn how to identify tools and fasteners. You learn how to properly use, again, those same tools that you are able to identify. You do minor construction, maybe a little bit of plumbing. To learn some basic things to help you out along those lines. If you really are into that, we have Agriculture Mechanics, where you learn about engines and power equipment and major construction and concrete and all kinds of troubleshooting. How to figure out, okay, this is doing this, this, and this, what's wrong with it. You learn how to do those kinds of things. And a lot of people find that very enjoyable. If mechanics isn't your side or isn't the way you want to go, how about plants? We have 3 classes that deal with plants. We have plant science, where you learn how plants plants grow. You learn the nutrients that plants need. You learn the structures of the plant, how to identify different things. And, you know, some people say, oh, I've got a green thumb, I can't grow anything. We can fix that. We can teach you what you're doing wrong, and you'll be able to actually grow plants. You even get to go out to the greenhouse and plant a whole bunch of seeds for the next class, which is greenhouse management. If you really like working with plants, greenhouse management's for you. You get to actually spend an entire quarter out in the greenhouse, putting your hands in the soil, planting plants, transplanting them, making the hanging baskets, you know, getting to design those. You get to, one of your tests is, okay, here you go, here's the basket, fill it. Make it look pretty. You know, make it so that something you would think somebody would buy. And then the person who gets the most points is the one that gets sold first. No, you can't buy it yourself. So, but you know, those kind of things we do down there. It's pretty cool. You get to actually do some hands-on stuff and figuring out, well, this is what it takes to actually grow plants. And you know, it's pretty nice, especially since it's fourth quarter. You know, it's in the spring, it's nice out, you get to be outside and doing cool stuff. We also have the community garden we just started here, and parts of these classes get to do stuff along with that community garden. One more class along the plant side is we have landscaping. And landscaping is, if you maybe have that idea for a career in the future, you maybe want to be a landscaper, we'll teach you some of the tools that you need for learning how to set up a landscape. We look at the angles and everything that's involved in this, and how to figure out, well, how much do you need of this, what should you do for that, the proper methods. If you've ever been outside of Miss Asher's room, there's a patio out there, the little block patio. The landscaping class built that about 2 years ago. So we do kind of cool stuff like that, really hands-on stuff, a lot of fun stuff like that. If plants aren't your thing, how about animals? We have 2 animal classes, small animal care and animal science. Animal science is where you get to learn about the structures of animals, and again, our production animals for animal science. Cows, pigs, horses, sheep, you know, those bigger production style animals. You learn, again, their functions, the structures, the digestive system, circulatory system. We talk about genetics. We talk about balancing feed rations. You know, we do a big mathematical formula. It's called Pearson Square, where you learn how to balance. You need this much and this much of feed to get a certain percentage protein over here. So we do that kind of stuff in class. Animal science is really cool because a lot of people have told me, they've come back and said, hey, I took animal science and then I went and took biology and did really well in biology because I heard a lot of these terms before and we've done this before. So it goes both ways. If you've taken biology first, you take animal science, you've seen this stuff before. We're putting kind of real life examples for these things that you're learning in other classes. And you learn them better and you learn them faster, especially because some of this stuff you've seen before, and it helps you out in other classes. Small animal care, if you have a dog or a cat or a fish or a bird or any kind of pet that you have, it's a class that we teach you how to take better care of those animals. How to give them a long, healthy life, how to look for problems, diseases, or issues that they may have. We talk about training, we talk about means of restraints and legal things with them. We look at animal rights and animal welfare. It's a really fun class because I bring my dogs in, they get to meet you, and then you have the opportunity of bringing your pet into school and showing them off to everybody else. Now, a lot of people really like doing that and bringing those in there, and it's a very popular class because, you know, a lot of people have pets and they're very important in their lives. If you like natural resources, we have 2 classes as well. We have Fish and Wildlife Conservation, where you learn about the wild animals and fish of our upper Midwest area, and we learn about how to manage them. You learn about what kind of things they look for. If you're into hunting and fishing, you know, it's a good way to learn about, hey, you know, we're looking at, you know, maybe this will help you attract deer to your property, or maybe it'll help you create better habitat for this animal, or it'll help you figure out, you know, be a better sportsman and be better out in the wilderness. Another thing with all my classes down in the ag room is we explore careers and all the different careers that possibly could be in any of these fields. In the Fish and Wildlife, we look at taxidermy, and you do a taxidermy project down there. Again, you don't have to do the taxidermy project. There is an opt-out for it, but it's one of those things that we offer down there. You learn how to do different things. We look at the careers. Wildlife biologists, taxidermists. In animal science, we look at veterinarians and research biologists and the different careers that are available.
Your attention, there is a 5-minute break at this time.
Hold on,
the next round will begin in 5 minutes. The next round will begin at 1:40. Thank you.
I'll be real fast. Environmental conservation, you learn about the natural resources and the different things that are offered in that. We have leadership, you learn how to be a better leader. And then we have ag business. And agriculture itself is a business. We don't grow crops out of the goodness of our hearts just for you. It's a business and it's a livelihood and it's a way of life for a lot of people. They enjoy what they do, but they do it to make money and earn things. And that's what ag business looks at, is how to make it a better business.